Hi, first grade, it's Mrs. Storm. I have a special story I'd like to share with you today from the Beginner's Bible. It's one I think you'll recognize. We've read it before, but it's been a long time. It's about one of God's special helpers here on earth named Moses. Now, a long time ago, Moses led a group of people called the Israelites to their freedom. It was a hard, long process, though, and I'd like to share a part of that story with you today. This comes from the book of Exodus, which is in the Old Testament, the first part of the Bible. It's called The Sea Rolls Back. God led the people out of Egypt by a pillar of cloud in the daytime. At night, he led them in a pillar of fire. He led them to the edge of a sea. Now the king of Egypt sent his army after the Israelites. God's people were scared. The army was chasing them, but they could not get away because the sea was in front of them. Moses said, "Do not be afraid. God will take care of us." God did take care of them. That night, God sent a strong wind to push the sea back. Then God's people could walk across the seabed. On both sides of them, the sea was pushed back. They walked across on dry land. The army tried to follow them. They tried to cross the sea too, but God made the water pour back over the seabed. The sea covered the whole army. God saved his people. They all sang a song of thanks to God. Well, I wanted to share this story with you today because I thought it really had a good message for us. You know, I've told you before many times that each story in the Bible has something for us to learn. There's a lesson. And every single time it has something to teach us about God's great love. His love for all his people, including you and me. Well, right now, we're going through an experience that not many people have ever experienced before. In fact, it's been more than 100 years since the last big epidemic or pandemic that caused so much change in life. We are living through history right now, and the coronavirus, for a lot of people, is kind of scary. There's so much we don't know about it, right? But I'd like for you to think about this message that the Israelites learned, that Moses taught them. He said, "Do not be afraid. God will take care of us." I truly believe that that is happening as we speak. There's so many great stories of people helping others right now and showing kindness and love. It's really wonderful. I also know, though, that it's pretty scary sometimes, too. So here's what I'd like you to do today. I'd like for you to just spend a few minutes with God in a quiet place. It could be inside, it could be outside, if it's okay with your parents, of course. For me, I like to be outside in nature. It's a lot easier for me to find God when I'm outside, which is why I'm outside a lot lately. And I'd like for you to spend a few minutes with him and just talk with him about something that you might be afraid of right now. We all have fears. It's part of being human, right? We all have fears. I'd like for you to take that fear, that's something that you're afraid of right now, or you're worried about, or you're feeling anxious about, and talk to God about it. As you're doing that, though, in the back of your mind, I really want to invite you to remember the words that we heard from our Bible, that God is with us. Do not be afraid. He will take care of us. I hope that you may feel God's love today. I hope that he may take that fear, whatever it is, and just in time, help that fear lessen just a little bit. Think about how the Israelites felt so scared. They were trying to be captured, right? People were trying to capture them and they were fearing for their life. But God saw them through. God will see us through as well. All right, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine.